Alrighty, y'all. So starting us off, I just want to say a little side note. So I know finals are coming up. So I just want to wish you all the best on finals. You all got it. You're all smart and you'll do great. So Felice is not here, but our little opening thought is nursing school. And so it says, where you learn how important it is to get enough sleep and eat healthy foods. Yet you're forced to stay up all night cramming and eating junk food. Pretty relatable. Anyways.
Okay, guys, so our big thing going on this week is going to be our SNA study day. So that'll be this Thursday on December 9th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it'll be in Bass room 1011. That is like in the corner on the first floor of Bass. Most of y'all have had classes in there before, so it should be pretty easy to find. We're going to have donuts, pizza, cookies, and energy drinks. So it'll be a really good, fun time if you come in the morning. That'll be like the donut time. Around lunch will be pizza and then cookies in the afternoon. Energy drinks, those will probably go pretty quick. I have like 5 cases of Alani Nude that I'm bringing, and I think the flavors are like mimosa and cherry slush. So that'll be fun. And then also, if you're a graduating senior and I emailed you if you qualified, you can come pick up your cord throughout this whole time from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There will be someone from exec there the entire time. Oh, and then I just remember too, also with the study day, it is come and go. So don't feel pressured like you have to stay the whole time. If you guys are busy or you're not good at like studying in group settings, you can come get an energy drink, come get a donut, whatever you want. Come sit for 10, 15 minutes and leave. You can come with friends. If you're feeling nervous about it or like being in a social situation, you can always reach and ask me any questions. I know it can be scary to go to things like that alone, but I definitely encourage y'all to come by just for a little bit and support SNA since we haven't had anything this semester yet in person. And then, so just so y'all know, moving on to this, our communication, we're still going to use the GroupMe's. I'm going to keep reminding everyone probably for the rest of this semester, next semester, just until it kind of becomes more so the norm. If you guys aren't in the GroupMe, I'm going to send the link after I'm done talking we have our official one that pretty much only officers talk in. And then if you have SNA related questions, and then we also have our SNA nursing school help one. And that's just asking fun things, selling textbooks, selling scrubs, things like that. Once again, the graduating seniors, if you guys qualified for a cord, if you've been contacted by me, if you haven't, reach out to me, or you can reach out to Maddie Nunley. She's our membership director, and we can help figure out where you're standing in the cord status, or maybe if it went to a wrong email, something like that. And then best of luck to everybody with y'all's finals. I hope you guys enjoy your break, and it's really restful, and I hope everybody's finals go really good. Y'all can do it. Y'all are smart. And if you need anything from me or anybody at SNA, just don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks, guys.
All right, all I have to say is happy finals. I hope you all finish strong and have an amazing, relaxing break. And yeah, don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything for finals related or whatnot. I know anyone in a cohort above you or below you is willing to help. So.
Hey guys, good luck on finals. You guys will do amazing. I'm gonna send that link to the photo circle in the group, or you can just scan this QR code that I have right here to join, and you guys can post like graduation photos or anything nursing related, just because I know like texting can get kind of overwhelming. So you can just pop them in the photo circle and we can post you guys on the Instagram more. Happy holidays.
Hey y'all, thank you to everyone who came out on Tuesday to make a card for Cook Children's. If you didn't get a chance to do that, you can make your own card and bring it to SNA study days and submit that for the chance to earn a point. Email me with any questions you have regarding service opportunities. And then also I did make this feedback form for y'all to fill out, just so I know like what you liked this semester, what you didn't like, and things that I can improve on and things that you guys want to see next semester. So I'm going to put the link to that in the chat. And if y'all would fill that out, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello. Okay, so the only thing I have is that on December 9th, also during the study day, there's a profit share at Babaka Bowls in University Park Village. And sorry, it's an all-day event. So if you come and like grab a smoothie or an acai bowl, I call it acai, but acai, whatever. And you just mention SNA at the register, then they'll give us credit and it'll just be a good event. I know I'm gonna go after studying, so it's a good study break. And then the more funds we raise, the more that we can give back to y'all as members. So just keep that in mind too. But then finish strong these next few weeks.
Hi, y'all. Just a couple things from me. So the fleece jacket order, thank you for everyone who ordered. They are currently still in production, but the vendor told me that I should be able to pick them up hopefully this week.
Meeting makeups, that's not for anybody here at the meeting. It's for people who are watching the recording. So just don't pay attention to that. Also, I had so many membership status form requests and it's the end of the semester and I honestly just didn't have time to do.
So we have some alum on that are going to talk to you guys, and we've missed you all so much. Sam wishes that she could be on, but her Zoom just got kicked off.
Okay, sorry, I got kicked off of my computer, so I'm hanging out with Mackie right now. We were supposed to have an alumni panel with a couple of alum, but apparently every single TCU nursing alum works tonight. So they're going to be kind of trickling in. I know we have Lauren Naylor here to kind of go over, what it's like to be a new grad nurse and tell us a little bit about what she's doing. And then whoever else is on, if any of y'all are, just hop in after Lauren, and I have some questions for y'all to answer. And then anybody feel free to send anything in the chat or just speak up and ask her anything y'all have questions about. So y'all can take it away, Lauren.
Okay, hey, glad I didn't work tonight. Sorry if my connection's unstable. I'm Lauren. I graduated in May. I now live in Dallas and work at Medical City Children's in their congenital heart surgical ICU. So I get to work with newborns, babies, toddlers, kids, all the way up to adults, and kind of deal with them post-surgery or anytime they have trouble. So I get to really work with like learning about heart defects, which are really cool. So yeah, I am now, I guess, 6 months into my nursing career. So send me questions. Hopefully I can help you out. Hopefully Kaylee's on here soon or whoever else, but yeah, let me know.
Okay, my first question is, can you tell us a little, are you in a nurse residency program? And if you are, like, what does that look like compared to what the regular nurses that you're with?
Yeah, so I am in a residency program. I started in July. I think this is kind of the same for a couple of other hospitals. Basically, we had 15 weeks where we were doing classes to learn more about, for me, pediatrics, and going to like work in between shadowing and having a preceptor both night and days. And I know that that's a similar program, at least for Kaylee. And so that's different from regular nurses because it gives you a chance to like get introduced into nursing rather than just shoved in. You have somebody kind of introducing you to the basics and helping you along. So it's been a really good experience. And then once you do that, you're on your own and you still have people there to support you, obviously.
Okay, and you said that you like the residency because it doesn't just push you in, you kind of get to ease into it. So did you feel prepared going into the residency from TCU? Like, what does that transition look like for you? Were you like calm or nervous?
Yeah, I was really scared, obviously, because it's scary to graduate and not know what you're going into. For me, I knew that I kind of wanted to do pediatrics, but again, we only have that half a semester, so I wasn't sure like, if I could adjust quickly enough. But honestly, TCU does prepare you super well in general. They kind of really gave me a good foundation in nursing, and then Medical City just kind of augmented that for me and helped me along in the process. I do love the residency program, and I do feel like TCU kind of prepared me in a way that like no other school could or would. So I'm really thankful for that.
What's the biggest piece of advice that you would give?
A piece of advice I would give to people who are graduating, I would say just like know your worth, know how smart you are. Don't like rely on yourself. Don't be super nervous. Like all of you are in the program for a reason. All of you are capable. Every single person that graduates from TCU nursing is capable and they are good nurses. So just really do your best, be open to learning, know that you're not going to know everything at first, and just kind of be adaptable to your new role. And yeah, y'all will all do great.
Did you have an externship throughout school?
I didn't. I know a lot of people did. I know there's a couple of programs. I actually just worked as a tech at JPS and did a couple of like clubs and stuff around school, like SNA. So it's not like super necessary. It's a great thing to kind of help you know where you want to go and help your resume, but it's totally not something that you like have to get your dream job or get offered.
And then do you have any tips for seniors graduating for NCLEX tips?
So NCLEX for me was something that I was so scared for, but I will say again, TCU and the NCLEX class prepares you really, really well. Like listen to what Dr. Jackson is saying when she sends out all her weekly emails. Do UWorld, that helped so much. I know that it's like very scary to go in and have like one test kind of decide your future. But again, like y'all are well prepared. It's about like applying what you're learning, critical thinking. You will be okay. You will feel like you maybe failed coming out of it. That's okay. You probably didn't. And you know what? Even if you did, not everyone passes in their first time. So like just keep going, keep doing all the questions. It may not be 75. Y'all will be so fine. So just, again, know you're smart, study, but don't try to memorize everything because that's not how that's going to work. But y'all will be fine. And if you don't do it the first time, you'll get it the second or the third. Don't give up. Just keep going.
Do you like days or nights better?
So I oriented on both, but now I'm on nights. I just woke up if you can't tell. I think that nights are better for learning, in my opinion, because it's a lot slower pace. There isn't as much, it kind of gives you independence because there isn't as much like resources around. For example, on our unit, we normally have doctors on the unit, but at night they obviously go sleep in their on-call room. So it allows you to kind of be more independent and rely more on that teamwork aspect because nights are very short, but it's a slower pace to learn for sure. You have more downtime to kind of look into your patient, ask questions, know what decisions you're making, that type of thing.
Did you know you want to go? Oh, who was going to ask? Or was that me?
You can go first, Mackenzie.
Did you know that you wanted to do CVICU?
Honestly, no. So I kind of knew that I wanted to do pediatrics of some sort, but I didn't know what that was going to look like or what that was going to be, especially because for my cohort, at least, we didn't have that pediatric clinical. And of course, there's like not as many pediatric options throughout the Metroplex. So I kind of went in just with an open mind to this interview. And I think for me, the thing that clicked was I got to go in person and meet the manager, educator, and a couple of peers and tour the unit. And that was when I was kind of like, okay, this is where I want to be. And then I kind of confirmed that when I started my job, and I really, really do like it, but don't always, in my opinion, don't always go in being like, oh, I know I want to do this. This is my dream job, because this was not on my radar, and now it is my dream job. So
China.
Oh, okay. So I know a lot of people who want to do peds and it's a really great field. How do you think, or what do you think you did to help land your job that you have now?
yeah, so peds is not difficult, I will say, to go into. It's just something that you have to be intentional in school about going into. So for me, I like I said, you have to join programs that are kind of similar to what you want to do. So get involved in SNA and show that you're involved throughout your 4 years. Do things related to kids. For me, I was a nanny, and I joined like a church group thing where you could babysit disabled kids. So do things that are similar to the field that you want to go into, like when hospitals start letting volunteers back in, do that. Look at externships for children's hospitals around the country. Talk to your professors, because a lot of them are or were in peds. Talk to the alumni, like make connections, see if their hospital's hiring a tech, that kind of thing. So just do things related to peds, and really know when you go into those interview questions that TCU gives you, like practice how to make those peds related and how to show your passion.
Did you take any nursing electives when you were here?
I did. So I took the oncology elective, which was a great class. They had a PD oncology class at the time. I didn't take that though. I took the NICU elective, and that was a great class and actually really helped my foundation, because sometimes we do get newborns. So I feel like I have a good background in that. And then my capstone, I got lucky. It was in NICU, so I got that little bit of experience too. So NEP's experience is good experience if that's your interest. If it's not, I mean, my roommate's here, she's in ICU, but if you have questions about that, I could try to ask her too.
Okay. How was capstone, and can you talk about capstone a little bit and how that was like, and how many days a week and whatnot, schedule and all that?
Yeah, so I don't know if it's changed because of COVID or anything. For us, my group was at Baylor Grapevine, and we all got just placed on our unit. I know that some hospitals do it differently. I got placed in NICU. I would go 3 days a week. For me, I could pick my schedule, but for a lot of others, they would send a schedule and be like, does this work for you? And normally you communicate with the managers at your facility. You're there for 12 hours. Your instructor will come in and check on you. You should have like 1 or 2 set preceptors. You'll be on either days or nights. It's basically like working a full-time job, but don't be scared, because I was like, how is that going to work when we're in school and studying? But it is very manageable, because that semester is based kind of like for you to study for the NCLEX with that class and focus on capstone. I liked the way our cohort did it, because we had class and then capstone for the second half of the semester. So it's a really, really good experience to kind of act as the nurse, act like you're going to become the nurse. For me, it was really similar to kind of starting residence a little bit.
Do any of you guys have questions? I don't know if the chat is disabled. It's not even working for me to say anything to everyone. So if anyone has questions, please speak up. And I think Kaylee is almost here.
I'm here. Hey guys.
Hello.
Okay.
Sorry, I just got off work.
No, thank
you so much for hopping on. Everybody had work tonight, so I know that was like timing was a little bad. That's why we pushed it to 7 today. Lauren was telling us about, you know, her nurse residency, her specialty that she's going into, kind of like what that looks like. If you want to kind of give your perspective from your specialty, because I know you're not doing med surg, you're doing NICU, right?
Right. Yeah. So I am a NICU nurse at Harris in Fort Worth. Sorry, my dog is like, she's crazy. She's back there, but it's been really, really great. I got really interested into it and kind of found my path into the NICU by doing a summer extern at THR. And during that time, we were able to choose some specialties that we were really interested in to go and get some experience there. So I chose NICU, and I had a couple of weeks there and I fell in love with it. And then I was able to actually get a job there as a PCT for the last year of nursing school. And although it wasn't direct patient care because it was in the NICU, I still got to know a lot of the nurses and supervisors, which definitely helped with getting a job there. And I just finished my residency about 3 weeks ago. So I've been functioning by myself for the last 3 weeks, and it's actually been really good. At first, it's a huge like shock, kind of, you're the nurse, you're by yourself, not by yourself, other people help you if you need help. But yeah, the residency program, I'm really thankful for it because and anywhere that you work, I'm sure that for new grads, there's residency programs where they have classroom time to learn specifically about the area that you're going into, and then tons of clinical hours. I think I completed like 500 something hours with my preceptor. So that was really nice.
Did you get to experience anything in like the PICU or any other pediatric type specialty before NICU, or did you just hit NICU and that was it?
I was never super interested in pediatrics. I don't know why. I think there's certain people that are just really, really great at it, like Lauren. And for whatever reason, I wasn't ever super interested in it. So I didn't go and seek that out. But also the fact that we weren't able to have pediatric clinical, I think made it a lot harder because I never even got to go and see it. I never even got to go and see it because we were never able to go to Cook. So maybe things could have been different and I might have fallen in love with it, but I'm very happy with where I am. And the other thing is, during nursing school, I really tried to keep an open mind about what I wanted to do. But I think when you find the area that you really, really like, you just know it.
Did you apply anywhere else in like different states, or were you just looking at Fort Worth?
Yeah, I think that I think it might have been Amanda Duval who was saying like, choose the thing that's really, really important to you, whether it's the location that you're in or the specialty that you're in or the hospital that you want to work at. And so for me, it was the specialty. So I applied. Sorry, my dog's insane. So I applied to basically any hospital that had NICU positions available. And I think you guys have probably heard, but like the Fort Worth hospitals and Texas, I think Austin is a little behind in the application process, but like Texas hospitals open their applications for jobs fairly early. And I'm from Colorado, so I definitely would have applied there, but they don't open until super late. So I was completely fine with going anywhere or staying here based on if I could get a job in the NICU. And I'm really, I feel really lucky that I was able to just stay at the hospital that I'm at, because I feel like I kind of already knew the unit a little bit and some of the people who are working there.
Was there anything that you did extra during your 4 years of college that you think that really prepared you for going into working in the hospital?
I think that definitely doing an externship in between my junior and senior year helped a lot because those are you're full time during that summer. So that's 3 12-hour shifts. So that helped a lot with just the expectation of what it would be like to go and work full time in a hospital for those long shifts. And then working as a tech really helped a lot. Same thing kind of with the 12-hour shifts and learning how a unit functions and being able to just learn from nurses and asking them questions. And then I also really enjoyed being on SNA exec when I was in college. So that's something that I would recommend.
This one's to like both of you guys. What do you do if you like are not sure what you want to do when you graduate?
Yeah, so I know that a lot of people really didn't know. I really didn't know what I wanted to do when I graduated. So a lot of people are in that position. So I would say if you aren't like this and only this, like apply to everything that you kind of enjoyed in your clinicals. So if you went to maternity and critical care clinical or med surg clinical and liked all of those, apply to residency positions. A lot of the recruiters will and be like, okay, what are your preferences from different hospitals? Apply everywhere at every hospital because you never know how your experience was going to be. I had a problem with that of like, oh, I want to work here and not here. But honestly, everywhere is a great place to work in the Metroplex and you'll have a different learning experience at both. So just really kind of do your research, ask your friends or older people who are in those specialties, like as nurses, how they like it. And then just go and research positions and residencies and apply for everything if you don't know. And if you don't know, that's okay.
The other thing to always remember too is wherever you start doesn't have to be where you end up. I know at least in my residency program, there's a lot of transition nurses who started off in one area, even like labor and delivery, which is within the women's health realm, but they decided that they wanted to like do something different and go into NICU. And so they were able to do transition where they still get a lot of like all of the classes that the new residents get. So they aren't just thrown in there. And I feel like a lot of hospitals make it fairly easy to transition to a different unit if you wanted to. They mostly just like will give you education on transitioning if you wanted to. At least that's how THR is.
Question for both of y'all. What was your favorite clinical rotation at TCU? And if you could just share some of your experiences.
You can go, Kaylee.
Okay, that's kind of a hard question. I mean, I obviously want to say maternity because I was able to go to the NICU a few days, and labor and delivery was really cool too. But I enjoyed psych as well. That was really interesting, and I feel like I learned a lot about how to just communicate with people, which is a huge part of nursing. Minnie, stop. I also, like looking back on it now, I did enjoy capstone. At the time, I didn't because I got placed on just a floor that, I'm so sorry. I got placed on a telemetry floor, and overall, I think it prepared me so well for the NCLEX. So the bummer with psych though was that COVID happened like halfway through, so we only got to go a couple of times.
Yeah, I would say pediatrics, but we didn't get one. So I really liked my critical care clinical because we got to rotate through the ICU and ED and a couple of other places. So it was just a really cool, it was right in the middle of COVID too, so we were kind of restricted, but it was a really cool experience to kind of get to go through all of those floors and experience that. And it kind of solidified that I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to work with adults. We don't know. And I also enjoyed capstone because, like Kaylee said, I feel like that gives you the most like solid experience. And I was in the NICU for mine, so I was like, okay, this is cool. Like I like babies. I want to work with babies and kids. So getting to like really be hands-on and kind of do everything in that situation was probably my favorite clinical rotation.
How was for both of you guys like getting into your job during like COVID, not COVID times?
It was honestly not that it's clearing up by any means, but for me at least, we got to go in person for majority of our classes, and we obviously got to be on the unit and do all the normal things because nurses, you know, don't get off. So it's a little bit different when you're in school versus being in a real nursing position. But for me, the only thing that's different is that our residency meetings are online. So I don't feel like I missed out on anything. If you're graduating soon or will graduate during this, you really shouldn't miss out on too much because, you know, as a nurse, you're going to have to go anyways, whether it's a COVID patient or not. So you just kind of keep that in mind. If you feel like you've been like shorted or missed out in school, it won't be that way when you're in the profession, and you will adapt.
I would agree with Lauren. I think that in nursing, we've been lucky and unlucky to be entering the field at this time. We're going to have so much experience. I know at least the acuities in most places are a lot higher, and honestly, a lot of hospitals and units are just kind of short-staffed. So that's the biggest bummer for sure. But you get a lot of experience. You get to be very hands-on. I honestly, yeah, I agree with Lauren. I don't think that there was too much that we missed out on.
Okay, I don't know if anybody else has any questions. I think it's kind of like a speak now or forever hold your peace kind of thing. I don't think the chat's working, so I'm sorry about that. But I don't have any more questions for them. I think we're probably going to wrap up now. I think we have a raffle prize to do, but I wanted to say thank y'all so much for hopping on and giving us a little inside look to what it looks like to be a grad nurse, a new grad nurse, because I know we're all really nervous, and there's a lot of us that are about to transition to that role. So I just want to say thank you so much and good luck.
Thank y'all. Hope we could help y'all a little bit.
Yeah, thank you. And any of y'all don't hesitate to reach out if like you have more questions or anything like that.
Thank y'all.
I know this is very random, but I just wanted to say Lauren Naylor, she probably doesn't remember me, but actually before deciding what college I wanted to go to, I came to TCU's nursing camp over the summer, going to junior, senior year. She actually was one of the nursing students helping, and she gave me really great advice, honestly. So that was so cool to see her actually already graduated as an RN.
I think I'm doing the raffle prize. Yes. Okay. I don't know what the raffle prize is, but I will choose 3 winners. Temi Akonde. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but will you put your?
You said it right.
Okay. Will you put? Can you chat?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Can you put your email address and phone number in the chat, please? And then Mackenzie Benson. will you put your name and phone number in the chat? And McKenna Ziegler, will you also put your name in, or your email and phone number in the chat? It's Target. And then for attendance, scan the QR code. If it doesn't work, let me know and I can see if your name is on the attendance sheet. Thank you all for coming. I hope you have an amazing finals week and things wrapping up. And that was all we have for you tonight.
Less than 2 weeks, y'all got it.
Bye.
For some reason, it won't let me sign in for the attendance.
Anastasia, I'll write your name down and count you present.
Okay, thank you so much.
Can you write my name down too? My account isn't working for some reason. Thank you.
You write my name down.
Mine wasn't working either. Can you guys make sure I'm counting for attendance?
Mine is also not working.
Could you write Sarah Grace Hotchkiss down as well?
Mine isn't working either.
If y'all want to wait 1 second, I have my Engage pulled up and I'm going to try to send the link in the chat so that you guys can try to log in that way. Just give me like 1 minute.